I think most of you have heard about the Doomsday Clock. For those of you who haven't, just a really, really brief intro. And then we'll go back to what I want to talk about today. Doomsday Clock, established 1947, University of Chicago, made up by a commission of scientists. So don't forget, this was right after World War II. Russia had the bomb, we had the bomb. And they originally set it at 7 minutes to midnight. Midnight being bye-bye, adios, I'll see you later. Doomsday, that's why it's called the Doomsday Clock. Initially set at 7 minutes to midnight, all during the Cold War, you know, that little disagreement between the United States and Russia. It would inch forward 2 minutes, 5 minutes to midnight, 4 minutes to midnight, 3 minutes to midnight, and then when tensions would die down, 5 minutes to midnight, 6 minutes to midnight, 7 minutes to midnight, where it was up until a few days ago. What makes, they moved it now, the big hand went to 3 minutes to midnight, but what makes this story noteworthy, and that for the first time since the clock began ticking, has nothing to do with nuclear weapons, with nuclear war. It has to do with climate change. And I'm not going to get into the debate. Yes, in a way I will. If it's man-made or if it's naturally caused, it's just another cycle happening on Earth. Because when you look at it, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If well, it does matter, because if man causes it, we can certainly alleviate it, and we should. My personal opinion, it's caused by pollution, carbon monoxide, trash, filth in the atmosphere. But let's say it isn't. Just for a minute. Let's say it isn't, that it's a natural cycle. The effects are going to be the same. 2014, hottest year on record. Hottest year ever since they started, taking notes of the average global temperature. NASA has published a map showing rising sea levels and what's going to happen. Take a look at it. Continents are, the mass of the continents not shrink, they just go underwater. The United Nations has warned 40 years from now, not 140, not 70, not 100, 40 years from now, we won't recognize this planet. There'll be big migrations because people are looking for food. The Earth will not be able to sustain the number of people we have living here right now. What does all this mean? Well, to figure out what all this means, we have to look past the physical. Scientists are, but still look at the physical, because we're starting to see they're becoming more and more related, the spiritual and the physical. In this time of change, of transition, of new era, new age, people are starting to finally make, very tenuous, but they're starting to make a connection between the physical and the spiritual. We're going to look at the spiritual. We're going to look at the physical. Scientists more and more are coming to the conclusion that the universe is ever expanding. It's not some static thing that was created and there it is, folks. It's constantly expanding. It's constantly evolving. If this Earth, not an if, but it's rhetorical if this Earth is part of the universe, it too is constantly changing. It's constantly progressing, except there's one little difference going on today. Terrific changes began during the 1950s. Changes in morality. People started wanting more. People started asking questions. After World War II, the Holocaust, morality, our terms of morality, our terms of what is a crime, began to change. Our perceptions of responsibility began to change. The world is shrinking, not only because the sea levels are rising. We started off in the mid-60s, satellite communication, instantaneous communication. Now we have it in our homes, the internet. What I say here in São Paulo, Brazil, that's where I live, can be seen by anyone, anytime, anywhere, on this planet just a click away. What happens to this planet is being disseminated in the flash, in the flash of an instant, in the instant of a flash, whatever, throughout the world. Our consciousness is changing. We are on the dawn of a new era. You use the term you want. New age, transition, ascension. It is really all the same thing, but it doesn't happen. Transition doesn't happen A to B. It's in stages. And we're going through a stage right now. We're going through a stage. Universe is sending us signs about these stages. Even the dumb, in my opinion, dumb zombie movies. The world ends. Taking over by zombies. Have to kill the zombies so the humanity can survive. Change. Is there an upcoming apocalypse? Look, I haven't had any insight or revelation on that. But what I do feel and what I do know is that we are going through phases of change, and that the amount of spirits that are incarnated on this planet, because of the change we're going through, will be less. Because this is the change we're going through. We are in a transition. The vibration is changing. It's ascending. I got the word in. It's ascending from a place, a vibration, a sphere, where spirits come to incarnate to learn. The school of hard knocks. We pick our lessons. We pick our courses. We go through what we have to learn to purify our spirit, to cleanse it. That is on its way out. What's coming in is a planet of regeneration where, okay, I've learned. I've done it. My consciousness is aware of where I'm going and of who I am. I have to take a break. I have to put it all together. There's a few more things I have to learn, but not through pain, not through sadness, not through tears, not even through joy, because joy and tears are the same thing. What we take away, what we learn from them is what counts. It'll be a place where tolerance, not one religion, but people more tolerant, exchanging ideas, asking new questions, receiving new answers. A place where people are judged not on who they are or what they are, not the big lie, oh, I am the president of a major corporation. That's a big lie. You will be judged. You will be appreciated. You will be accepted by what you are. A spirit progressing, a spirit learning, a spirit that has something to share and has something to share from others. That is the transition we're going to. And of course, you got some shocks along the way, because the old era, the old way of thinking, the prejudice, the reactionaryism, the intolerance hasn't left yet. 50 years, United Nations says. That's about it spiritually too. 50 years. 3 minutes to midnight. The clock is ticking. What can we do about it? About the changes that are going on? Absolutely nothing, because it's out of our control. They're going to happen, whether you or I are ready or not. But we can become ready by looking into ourselves and asking ourselves, are we ready to live on a sphere, on a vibration, where I will not judge others, where I will not be judged, where intolerance, bigotry, racism has no place? If you can say yes to that, welcome to the new era. If you honestly can't, like many of us can't, you can get ready for the new era. Spiritual Light Books, who sponsors this YouTube channel, has many books. Many books which can help you understand and change your consciousness about the new era that's coming in. One is called the return. What if he, Jesus, should return today? What would he say? But more importantly, how would we react? The second book, Coming Out of the Dark. The story begins a few weeks before the World Trade Center attack. And it ends a few moments before the first plane hits the tower. In between, a spirit's journey to trying to figure out what's going on. How is this world progressing? Why is it progressing? And the third book is called simply Changes. It is exactly about what we're going through today. These books are only $1.99. Well, $1.99 as of when this YouTube video was published. They're ebooks available in any ebook format, even PDF. Really simple to find. Two ways. You can go to Smashwords and type in Spiritual Light Books, or you can visit our page on Facebook, Spiritual Light Books, and there you'll find the link on how to get the books. 3 minutes to midnight. The clock is ticking. Am I ready? I honestly don't know. I've asked myself the question I asked before. Sometimes I say yes, and sometimes then something happens and I say no. But you know something? It is worth the effort. This time around, remember back in grammar school, you will get an A for effort. Because when you try, you evolve. And when you evolve, you progress. Your vibration ascends, just like the vibration of this earth.